empower young professionals with the knowledge to build a healthier relationship with their money. Welcome to Financial First, a Nedbank edu-series where we explore essential financial topics to empower young professionals. I'm your host, Kopano Shimange, and I'm thrilled to have you here with us. Managing your money effectively is like maintaining a relationship. It requires effort and guidance. With Nedbank by your side, you are able to approach your financial management with confidence and clarity. Their expert guidance and their range of services ensure that you're equipped to make informed decisions and achieve your financial goals with ease. Today, we dive into the world of successful side hustles and how Nedbank can assist in achieving your dreams. Joining us, we have Ofentse Mphuti, who has navigated the world of side hustles successfully, and our Nedbank specialist, Monique, who will shed some light on how Nedbank can support your financial journey. Monique, Ofentse, thank you so much for joining us. I'm excited about this conversation about side hustles.
We are so excited.
Thank you for being here. Ofentse, I'd love to start with you on your background. What inspired you to start a side hustle?
I started my side hustle for financial freedom. Like, I wanted to be able to use my passion to make extra income so that I can lighten up the weight. Yeah.
And I'm sure that having a little bit more extra income does lighten up the weight at home.
It does. You also get to have the safety net, and you can save up for some other things.
Yes. We really enjoy the content that you create that you're able to then use for your side hustle.
Yes.
Monique, I'd like to bring into the conversation and find out from you, what is your role at Nedbank and what does it entail?
I've got a really long title at Nedbank. It's called Senior Manager of Segment Design and Development. It sounds very complex, but all it is that we do strategy and we do research that creates the products that we offer our small business clients and our private clients, which include young professionals as well that are starting a side hustle.
Am I right in saying that you have a side hustle yourself?
Yes, I do. I run a campaign management company, and then I've got another business that I'm starting up as well with my son and my daughter. So yeah, side hustles is in my blood and in my veins.
True superwoman. You've got your full-time job, you've got your side hustle, and now a second side hustle. She'll need to give us some tips on how it's done.
She definitely has to. Super mom.
Super mom, right? Ofentse, how has your side hustle impacted your financial journey?
So now I'm able to live a comfortable life. I can afford my lifestyle, and while at it, I can live within my means. So everything is just flexible. You know, when you have kids, you must have emergency funds and all that. So with the side hustle, I can get to save and have few bucks, and then we're all happy.
I think we'll all be happy with that extra money that's coming in.
Extra bucks is always a good
Exactly.
idea.
Extra bucks is always a good idea. Ofentse, have you had any challenges in running your side hustle, and how did you overcome them?
Oh yes, I had few challenges time management, financial constraints, and with the financial constraints one, it was sometimes I had to create content, and creating content is expensive, and then maybe I want to create a video going to a date with my family, and I don't have enough money. And then I'm thinking, oh, now I have to use my my main source of income to fund this side hustle. So it was so hectic. But then I realized that, you know what, often say you can use what you have. I became so strategic. I started creating content according to my lifestyle. So I don't have to need money to create content. So in that way, I was able to solve that little challenge. And another thing with time management, I was able to prioritize, because I have a family, I have my husband that I need to take care of, the kids, toddlers, very hectic. So now I have to plan, I have planners and use such tools to help me with all that.
Having that side hustle fit into your life, that is the lesson that I'm getting from you.
Yes.
Monique, you can probably relate as well about how you make your side hustle fit into your life.
Absolutely. You have to, the thing with the side hustle though, and I think one of the biggest learnings that I've learned is that you have to give it as much time as what you do your full-time job as well. And you have to invest yourself in it. You have to be present through it. You can't outsource it in the sense that, just get staff to run it for you. Yeah. I think that was one of the biggest learnings I had when I first started a business, is I tried to work full-time and then get staff to just run my business. And it doesn't work, because you need to be planted in it. You need to be able to say, okay, this is how every aspect of my business works, and invest your time in it, invest your knowledge, invest, from a research perspective and a strategy perspective. You have to be present here.
Yeah, with that, is that like also with us content creators, sometimes you feel like you need to outsource some things, like someone to shoot you, someone to script for you, and someone to edit your videos. So I always try to tell my audience that if you want to start this thing as a side hustle, try to learn some skills, equip yourself so that you can do everything by yourself, because you're still in the beginning phase, you're starting small. So that's what I always advise them. So yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Starting small is always a great way to go. And considering what you're saying about time and management of your side hustle, would you say, Monique, that it is a viable path for young professionals to take?
Absolutely, absolutely. We talk about the stats around youth unemployment being so high. We talk about small businesses being the backbone of our economy and our community and that kind of thing. But what we need to learn is that we have the skills, that we have knowledge as young professionals that we can implement and that we can use to actually grow a business. You can plan to use it effectively to grow a business. There's a lot of people that have got degrees that are sitting at home wondering if they, when an employee is going to call them. But the fact is, you've got a knowledge base. Take that knowledge base and see how you can apply it. You could be a consultant to somebody. You could, in your case, you've done something that's so completely different to what you've studied.
Yes.
But take that knowledge and apply it to something that you can sort of nurture and grow and get off the ground as a viable business.
Ofentse, when it comes to the income that you make from a side hustle,
yes,
what advice would you give to young professionals that want to use a side hustle to supplement their income and to safeguard their financial future?
So I'll advise them to start by researching, and they should try to understand themselves. They should know they are strong. Their strong
suits.
Yes,
self-aware of what
they
is they're
should
good
be
at.
self-aware with what they're good at, so that they can be able to use that in alignment with the side hustle. Because it's so easy in that way to create a side hustle with something you are passionate about while you're doing something important. So I'll advise them to actually try and make a research and check where they have potential and leverage that.
At the end of the day, you have to try, right?
Yes.
It starts off with you trying something and seeing if it's going to work.
Exactly.
It's starting something, so getting it out your head. Sometimes you just think about it, and we tend to go into the detail around, one day when I get there. Start it. Just
start.
Yeah.
You'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
Monique, when it comes to the products that are available at Nedbank, the banking offerings that they have, what is available for young professionals to support them on their entrepreneurial endeavors?
So from a Nedbank perspective, we have this whole philosophy that we live with. There's this principle that says we will offer banking and beyond solutions to our clients that will help them at every growth stage. When we say banking, from a banking perspective, we have, for instance, a startup. So if you're just getting off the ground, we have a startup offer. It's an account basically that's free of charge. So it's for 6 months, you don't pay any bank fees. And the idea behind it is, let's get you on your feet first before you start paying fees towards a transactional account. Once that 6 months have lapsed, you can go into a pay-as-you-use account. And then the products start to get a little bit more complex, depending on how your company is growing and the needs that you have. So we have bundle accounts, for instance, that you have from a transactional perspective. There's also, there's a number of credit facilities that we have. So you can get a small business loan, you can get POS devices that will help you. So if you want to go and, you know, when you're selling those machines that you get, over-the-counter machines that you need to get. But I think when it comes to banking products, it's the same as a side hustle in the sense that start small. You don't need to get the most expensive product on market. You don't need to get a credit card and an overdraft and a loan, etc. Start with what you have in your hand, because sometimes what we find is like entrepreneurs will want to get into debt quickly, and, you know, I want to grow and I want to scale and I want to, and so then they get big. I want to get big quickly, and so then they, you know, applying for loans and applying for credit cards and overdrafts, etc., etc. And if you're not making those kind of sales, rather rein in the expenses even with your banking products. Then we have beyond banking services, which is really business development type solutions, because you find sometimes people are, hey, I'm waffling here.
We love what you are saying. So the beyond banking solutions.
So we have beyond banking solutions as well, which is basically business development support. You find a lot of times when you get into business, you might understand your particular business, so you'll be the best hairdresser in town, but you don't necessarily understand all the aspects that it takes to growing a business. So how to hire and fire staff, how to price your stuff for profit, how to market, how to advertise, etc. And so we have a free business development platform called SimplyBiz, which is basically open to all entrepreneurs to help them as they grow their side hustles into businesses.
That is a great way to start, especially at the beginning. Like you were saying, you just have to start. And sometimes you're starting with nothing, and you need to just keep the ball rolling. Ofentse, when you look back at your side hustle and how you started, we've spoken a lot about the challenges. Can you talk to us about some of the rewards and the things that were rewarding to you, both financially and personally?
Okay, let's start with the financial one. You know, like now I was able to like have like a budget account save up, and for things like emergency funds, and I was able to like pay off debts that we had. And then with the personal ones, now that I have like extra income, I can like spoil myself and have like fancy hobbies like pedaling and all that. So now I get to like enjoy life, and yeah, everything is good.
I think the best part about having a side hustle is the spoiling yourself.
Yes, we
Can I
agree
ask you
on
a
that.
question? What is your favorite spoil? This is for the both of you. What is the favorite way you like to spoil yourself? I see Monique's face is just lighting up about
I have to choose one.
You have to choose one.
Choose one. I love going out. I love people. I love going out and seeing people. So a spoil for me is just going for breakfast or lunch, sitting around and entertaining people at a restaurant or whatever it is. Yeah, I love it.
Okay. With me, I also love like people watching, like chilling at the cafe, you know me, chilling at the cafe, and then I'm having my matcha tea, and then I'm just like observing people, watching my kids play, and then also getting myself flowers. I also love like getting myself flowers, and yeah, those little things, simple things matter, guys. So,
They do. You've spoken about the personal and
what
the
do you
financial.
like?
Oh my goodness, I thought you were skipping. I enjoy people gazing. I really do. I enjoy going out. I could do breakfast, lunch, and supper at 3 different places.
Yeah.
Just going to different places. So, Ofentse, you definitely have to invite me. Go have your matcha tea, and I'll have my matcha latte, and we will just gaze. Is there anything more entertaining than human beings?
I love human beings.
You know, just
They're
watching them
fascinating.
like working and everything, like it's so amazing. You get to distress. That's my mommy time.
That's your mommy time. That's the best way to spend your mommy time. I want to go back to the way that you balance your side hustle and your main hustle, if we want to say that. What tools do you use? How do you make that happen for you? And I think you can definitely both give us tips and advice on that, because it's different for different people.
I think you've got to allocate specific time to it. I think it's as basic as that sounds, you actually have to have focus time. Because from a business perspective, when you're working, obviously your company is paying for your time and your resources and your knowledge. So you need to commit to that. And as a side hustler or a business owner, you also need to commit to that. So I think the biggest piece for me is time management, is to set aside time specifically to work on both elements. I tend to, obviously I work at 8 to 5, so I will, make sure that from 8 to 5 I'm focused on Nedbank items. But then from say 6 o'clock to about 8 o'clock, it's family time, and then there's some study time, and then there's focus around the business. So it's making a concerted effort to actually spend time on each one, to research each one, and giving it the best. The best of all your resources and your knowledge, basically.
Ofentse, you're nodding your head. You can definitely.
Yeah, it's like you creating boundaries around your businesses, like your side hustle and your main income. So it's like when it's time to work on the side hustle, you make sure you work on the side hustle, and when it's time to like work on your main income, you do that. So yeah, priorities and creating boundaries.
What specific tools and resources have you used that have been instrumental in building your side hustle?
So I use things like on my phone we have the notes. I use the notes maybe to write my to-do list, the non-negotiable to-do list, things like cleaning, doing the chores. I'm like, I have to write them down so that I can tick them off and motivate myself. And you can also use things like the Microsoft To-Do. They help you to plan. We have planners and some just time management apps. Yeah, so that could help you.
When it comes to growing your business, Monique, you mentioned that there is SimplyBiz, which then helps entrepreneurs to learn about their business and how they can grow. And what I like about that is that it is something that was created by business owners for business owners, which makes it quite unique.
Yes. Because you can't teach people something that you don't know, right? There's a whole lot of resources and articles that you can access. So if you just Google it, I suppose we say SimplyBiz it. So if there's anything you need for your business, SimplyBiz it. Yeah. But essentially, the reason why it's for business owners by business owners is because these are people like myself that are actually running businesses. So we understand beyond the theory, we understand practically what it is to run a business because we're in the trenches ourselves. And in essence, all the tools that we've created, all the articles, the tools, the templates, it's all based on experience. And it's for every business life stage. So whether you're at ideation phase or you're at startup phase or growing and more established, it's specific tools for your life stage in your business.
That's amazing.
Side hustles sound like they're quite fun, but difficult also because you need to be able to manage the time that you have and the attention that you're giving to the two. It is fun to make that extra income, but I want to know from you, Ofentse, how have you managed your money, especially with this new stream of income in your life?
So I've managed my money in a way that I can now, I now use spreadsheets. I try to be practical about it. I check my income and my expenses and try to balance and make it a point that whatever that I'm doing, I'm living below my means. So in that way, I am able to know and manage and track, tracking my finances to see, okay, this is what I can do with this money. Okay, here I'm lacking, meaning I have to go back to my main income and see, should I invest with it now or use the side hustle?
Can I come in there?
Yes.
One of the things that I've found with businesses as well is that we tend to use the money that we get in our business as our own money. We think it belongs to us, and it doesn't. And one of the biggest things that we always encourage entrepreneurs to say is make sure that you split your personal account and your business account, because the money that comes in for your business is not your money. It's actually your business's money. So when it comes to actually planning and saving and making sure that you're going to have enough money, do that split.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that you came in there, because I'd like to ask you, beyond solutions, what can entrepreneurs expect to find with SimplyBiz, and continue on the conversation that you had about learning how to split your money?
It's a comprehensive platform that we have. There's 6 pillars on it that are really fantastic. There's a community pillar where you can get a forum and you can network. There's articles, there's tools, there's guides, videos, etc. that runs through the community pillar. We run really interesting competitions, so competitions that are relevant to you as a business.
Okay.
Then we have a directory pillar where you can advertise your products and your services for free to other business owners. You can also link into another platform that we have called Avo, so you can sell your products. What else is there? There's a funding pillar, which offers you both Nedbank funding, so traditional funding, as well as alternate funding. So things like angel investing, capital investments, or venture capitalists, crowdfunding. There's a pitch deck that you can use to get yourself funding ready. There's a marketplace where you can go and advertise your services, and you can make sure that you can get business opportunities basically from it. What else is there? There's business solutions. So if you're looking for vouchers, discounted vouchers for practical stuff that you need in your business, it could be laptops, it could be desks, it could be accounting services, legal services. There's a voucher system to it. And then last but not least, we have an academy, so where you can have self-learning and guided learning. So self-learning where you decide, I want to deep dive a particular topic, like I want to understand how social media works in my business. You can, go through courses and templates and guides for that, or you can have coaching, so one-on-one coaching and mentorship. So really it covers every aspect of your business.
It is quite comprehensive.
It's very comprehensive.
That is definitely something that all side hustlers and people who have businesses should definitely check out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Ofentse, to those young professionals who are hesitant on starting a side hustle, maybe because of time constraints or something else, what encouragement could you give them?
What I can say to them is that you need to have a strong willpower. Like, you need to have a strong willpower along with the why. Like, you must know why you want to do this thing. Why do you really, really need a side hustle? Because if you can understand why you need a side hustle, I think you can make time, honestly. Because if you are in debt and you just like, I don't have time, but I need to do this side thing, I think it has potential, please just start and do the thing. You can start small and upscale gradually, but just start. It doesn't matter, you don't have time. I think we all have time in some way, but we don't want to say it. You can scroll on TikTok at night from 11 until 2 a.m. and then in the morning you're tired. But if you slept early, you can wake up like an hour early before you go to work, and then you work on your thingy, your side hustle. So there's definitely time. So what I'm going to say is that know your why. And if your why pushes you, then you're good to go.
Your why will always motivate you.
Yes.
Monique, in closing, what encouragement would you give to young professionals who are also maybe hesitant or don't even know where to start?
I love what you say about know your why. And I think with young professionals, it's about saying, why did you study what you did, and why, and where are you right now in your life? And really take the knowledge that you have, because you have knowledge, you have talents. Everything in our lives builds us up to being able to create something. Yes. So take the knowledge that you have, take the passion that you have, and create a business. Start somewhere, just start. We often try to overthink it. We want it to be perfect before we land it. But start with what you know you can land and what you can actually take to market immediately.
As a side hustler myself, and as a person who was a young professional as well, I've learned so much from this conversation. Thank you so much, Ofentse. Thank you so much, Monique, for being here and sharing your stories and your insights. In today's economy, side hustles have become a significant avenue for financial growth and stability. By nurturing a better relationship with your money and exploring diverse income streams such as side hustles, you pave a way for a more secure financial future. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Financial First. Until next time, take care.